welcome. Is it just me, or are there not enough comedy games out there with good gameplay that make you laugh? Well, that's what I wanted, and I stumbled upon, potentially, the best game that fits that description. I'm talking about South Park, The Fractured, but Whole. Now, I hadn't actually watched the series at this point, playing the game, for at least 10 years, if not longer. Familiarity with the series, not essential at all. You can easily pick this up and start playing straight away. I would, however, urge you to make sure you're familiar with the type of humour from the series, because you could get a shock if you don't know what you're getting into. It's fully written by the writers of the series, got the same voice cast as well, and it is absolutely hilarious. Now, I like the South Park style of humour. The more offensive, the darker, the better for me. My sense of humour is basically horrible. And it is just written so well. You'll be laughing all the way through this game, and I think that's something we're really lacking. We need more funny games, but grown-up sense of humour. Graphically, it looks beautiful. Now, the South Park animation style, which, as you'd expect, this completely replicates, probably isn't the most difficult to get onto a game, if we're honest, but it could still be done well or not so well, and this was done superbly. I loved exploring South Park. You got the freedom to go around, visit all the locations which you may or may not be familiar with, but you will get familiar with them on the game. You can meet a huge amount of characters, each of them hilarious in their own way. The story itself, now this takes place based on, I think it's a season 14 plot line, where Cartman wants to set up his own superhero group to get his own franchise and make loads and loads of money. Not a bad idea, actually. And he decides, of course, to put himself as leader and become his alter ego, the Coon. You actually play as a new character, so you can customise him as much as you want. There's some great customising features here. You can unlock some fantastic things as well, and become part of the gang with Stan, Kyle, and Kenny. And of course, your leader, Cartman, everybody's favourite foul-mouthed cartoon character. Now, of course, it's not just all about exploring South Park. You do have to have some combat. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos, you probably would have heard me mention that I'm just not a great fan of turn-based combat. I find it a bit frustrating and a bit of a chore sometimes. Well, this does have turn-based combat, but it might be the best turn-based combat I've ever played. I didn't get bored of it or frustrated. Well, actually, I did get frustrated, but only when I lost because I ran out of talent. But I certainly didn't get bored of it, not once. It's quick and snappy. It's done exceptionally well. You've got everything you'd expect with your different styles of attacks, your unlockables, your big power-ups, and of course your items as well. It might just be the South Park humour that is constant, even throughout the battles, which kept me so engaged. But I really do think they didn't just make a funny game here with a good script. They actually made something that plays well. I got this not expecting a huge amount because it is a licensed game, and we all know licensed games generally a bit more of a miss than a hit, if we're honest. I put it in, and I did an all-nighter on it. Didn't mean to, had plans for the next day. Had to cancel those. It's okay. Because I just couldn't put it down. It was absolutely fantastic. I couldn't wait to progress the story. I wanted to go to every single location, meet every single character. I loved the combat. I actually found myself seeking out combat because I enjoyed it so much. Leveling up my character, unlocking things with him. It was just a riot from start to finish. I cannot recommend this game highly enough. Not just because I've discovered I actually really like South Park still. And yes, I have been rewatching the cartoon since playing this. It's got me back into it, back hooked. Still funny. But if you just like RPGs with really good, tight mechanics, this game's for you. I can't slag off a single thing about it. The only reason I can think of that anybody wouldn't want to play this game is I don't like the humour. In which case, I can't help you there really, can I? But for the rest of us who have got a funny bone, this will tickle it non-stop. It'll keep you hooked with the fantastic gameplay. It's a hilarious story from start to finish, really engaging. It's on the PS4, it's on the Xboxes, it's on Switch, I think it's on PC. I'm not a PC gamer, so let me know in the comments if it is on there or not. And yeah, get this game and just have an absolute riot. I promise you won't regret it. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Ta-da.